Good morning, beautiful consumers. This is Sophia from Better Credit USA, and today I'm going to talk about BMW Financial and how and their lack of compliance with the CARES Act. Consumer was in financial distress and requested forbearance of his car payments. He was granted that, and per CARES Act, creditors are encouraged to offer financial help and to offer and to allow payment forbearances. Okay, on the credit report, it goes as a mark stating that the forbearance, the account is in payment forbearance for a certain amount of time, but it's not supposed to report late. So client was able to skip his payment for April, May, June, July, but in August he receives a phone call and a letter of intent to repossess the car. In the same week, he receives a letter from BMW Financial with an offer to refinance his existing loan. Okay, one doesn't make sense more than the other, okay? When he checked his credit, it showed that BMW reported a 30-day late for April, 60-day late for May, and so on. So when 120 days kicks in, you know what happens. He tried to contact BMW Financial asking them to correct this, and they're not supposed to report the payment late because you're in forbearance, and it was granted. The response from BMW was that their credit department is separate from their forbearance approval department, so there must have been some miscommunication, and that he needs to contact this person and that person. So he spent a whole month trying to get a hold of somebody who would make the change or somebody who would comply and make the corrections. And he finally came to us. We sent out a request to BMW Financial on our company letterhead with power of attorney from the consumer authorizing us to audit and research this account on his behalf. BMW responds with this ridiculous letter. So here they said, we received the response from you. We have the reason to believe that this letter was sent on your behalf by a credit repair organization. Yeah, we are a credit repair organization, and we did send the letter on behalf of our client with the POA. There is no new reason to assume or believe that this is what happened, right? And they said because their policy is that because the letter was not sent directly by the consumer, we did not conduct an investigation, meaning they ignored the response, the request. But yet they respond to us, to our address, with consumers' information, private information that they're not supposed to do. Because if you suspect that this is from not directly from the consumer, why do you release client's social security number, VIN number, make and model of the car, even the license plate of the car? Okay, that's very alarming. And here they go on to state that the letter did not include substantial evidence or mention any specific dispute. Okay, that's 12 pages of demand and request with supporting information, with the printouts from the credit bureaus showing their violation, and 2-page demand letter asking them to correct the mistake and point out and the cutouts from CARES Act reminding them to comply with the regulations. To them, I guess this is not substantial evidence and not a specific request of the dispute. Okay, their letter and then they go on to say the letter includes language commonly used by a purveyor of fraudulent credit repair schemes who, for an upfront fee, may supply false promises of credit repair. Okay, this upsets me because this is libel and this is baseless accusation because if they respond to Better Credit USA to our address, they can simply Google the organization, and they can simply Google the registration and know that we are a legit company. And if they believe that we are fraudulent and questionable credit repair organization, then why do they send us consumers' personal information? Very alarming, right? And then they go on to say that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau provides tips for different credit repair scams. I mean, English is not my first language, it's my fourth language, but when they're referencing CFPB, and they stating that the CFPB has posted tips for credit repair scams. So if a criminal is trying to run a credit repair scam, they can simply go on to CFPB and see the recipes and structure for the scams to put together. Huh? Okay, who writes this stuff? Okay, BMW, you need a better writer. You need somebody who makes sense when they structure their statements. So I went on to cfpb.com and I looked up how to find a credit counselor. By the way, there is a difference. Credit counseling agencies are usually nonprofit, and they advise you, or they just educate you on on topics about credit and how to resolve it, which you can research, and that information is also on each bureau credit sites, and also our website offers a lot of useful information. And so here, credit counseling agencies. So right here, you click on credit counseling agencies. Hey, where's it at? Right here. And from here, if you choose California, okay, see that? And go here, guess what you get? From here, look at this. You get Arizona, $BK class. What is that? And then simple class. Arizona, Nevada, New Jersey, Texas, Florida. And then we have, okay, finally we have, what is this? Encino, right? So I click on the website. It says, okay, you're leaving the Department of Justice. And it brings you to this as bankruptcy firm. Client is not trying to file bankruptcy. He's trying to correct the mistake that they made due to payment forbearance. So this is totally ridiculous. And then they go on to state that we are unable to remove delinquencies or change the way we are reporting your payment history as a courtesy or as a gesture of goodwill and brand loyalty, previous payment history, or intent to remit timely payments in the future. We're not asking them to correct this as a goodwill or as a courtesy. We're asking them to comply with the recently posted with recent CARES Act rules and regulations. If you approve forbearance, you should not be reporting late payments on the consumer's credit report, because now he can't refinance his house, he can't refinance his car. Credit is ruined, okay? Perfectly good credit ruined because they made a mistake. So word of advice, if you're looking for a car loan, inquire with your current bank and see your options for financing or leasing a vehicle and have your ducks in a row. The bank will give you better explanation, better understanding of what you can qualify for and type of vehicle you can buy for the certain loan. And of course, if you have to have BMW, I don't recommend BMW Financial, because in these cases, when something like this happens, let's say you financed your car with your bank versus with BMW Financial, you can walk down to your bank and say, hey buddy, what's up with this? You reported late payments, you're not supposed to. Who's going to correct this? Or put me in touch with somebody who's going to correct it. And the banks are usually can fix this for you instead of trying to get a hold of a person who understands the compliance and who will make the changes as they're supposed to. So now we have escalated this to their legal department, and we hope to make changes, and we're not going to stop until we make changes and make the corrections, because this is wrong and this upsets me, and the response they sent is ridiculous, besides the fact that they assume they came from the credit repair organization, or they send out, or they make this whole paragraph, okay, warning the clients about fraudulent credit repair processes and blah blah blah, instead of complying themselves. Okay, and then if they suspect us to be not a legit company, why do they release clients' social security number, make and model of the car, even a license plate? This is how fraud happens. This is how identity gets stolen, because big boys don't play by the rules, or they don't pay attention to details. Okay, so there you have it. Sophia from Better Credit USA, and do check your credit if you requested a payment forbearance on your accounts, whether it's car payments, loan payments, or credit cards. Check your credit and monitor your credit directly from the bureau or by the bureau. Experian offers a free app that you can use to monitor your credit. So I'm sure the other two they're almost there, but I like Experian better. So monitor your credit. If you don't have to have the forbearance, if you don't have to skip your payments, don't, because it does go as a negative mark on your credit. Sophia from Better Credit USA. Be good to each other. God bless you all. It is going to be okay.